Would you look at that? That ain't gonna keep me down. Destroying my phone on accident. I'm just gonna go get a new one and get it all set up and be cool and pay all my bills, do all my adult responsibilities, and just get that shit done. Yet nobody's here, and that's okay because I don't know how to do this thing. Oh, it's time for the kitties to eat. That's what that sound was, if you were wondering. I don't know how the fuck this is supposed to go together. I have no clue. Not a goddamn clue. Like, I don't know. How's this shit supposed to work? Work, y'all. Yeah, me too, Leia. I was distraught last night. And yeah, so I actually had to drive my girlfriend's truck to Verizon because, I couldn't get a hold of her. I didn't know where she was. I didn't know how long it would take her. And that was my first time, like, really driving the truck. And that thing is a beast. It's got a mind of its own. It's hard to handle. Like, everything's good on it. It's just I'm not used to it. But I made it. I made it to Verizon. I went to the first one, and they said they were open at 9, but no one was fucking there at 10 when I got there. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to the other Verizon store that opens at 10. So I drove down there, and I would show y'all my new phone, but it's what I'm streaming on in the toy room because we're live in the toy room trying to figure out how this weapon rack is supposed to even go together even slightly. 6 people watching. Let's get 6 likes. We got 2 right now. So let's get 4 more likes in the chat because I'm going to hang out for a little bit. Let y'all know, yes, my phone's okay. Everything should go according to plan this weekend with the D Amazing interview. I'm not locked out of any of my shit. Everything's fine. And you love to see it. Yeah, we're back, Carl. We're back in the toy room, which is where all the action is apparently on the live streams. So I am very glad. So I wanted the same exact phone because my phone was fucking paid off. Like, I had an iPhone 14 that I paid off last year. And, I look at the deals and the trade-in value, and they'll still take my iPhone 14, even though it's absolutely bricked, y'all. That thing is dead. That thing is dead. Whoa, 16 watching. Let's get at least 10 likes. Let's get 5 more right now. So that phone is completely bricked. But now I have the iPhone 16, which I'm not upset about it, but I'm not too happy about it either because it's not paid off. But it didn't really change my phone bill. So I've still got the same amount of phone bill coming every month. And it's only $200 left to pay off, so I'll probably just pay it off the next time I get paid after I turn in my cell phone. And God, I'm hungry. I have not eaten yet. That is crazy because I woke up and I went right to Verizon and it took a while. Yep, everything worked out, Talib. Fortunately, I'm doing all right. I'm a little hungry, but I can resolve that momentarily. I still have to fix the arm on this Sam because I made it loose by messing with it. So I have to figure out, it's not that bad. Yeah, see, there it goes droopy. I might have to put some tack or something in here to make it not so loose because I was messing with it on Tuesday in the Figure Fight Club stream and I loosened the shit out of the arm. So I really do need to get that. And the other head is coming for him as well. So that's pretty cool. I can't believe 14 people are just watching me just sit here and talk some dumb shit. Because if y'all were here last night or saw the replay of one of my lives, I had to delete another one because I went back on afterwards at like 1:30 in the morning. But broke my phone. Was crying on stream. All the shit that was happening was upsetting me. And sometimes you need to vent a little, and I did. I vented. I vented like Ventus from Kingdom Hearts. Yo, this guy's starting to be like, why did I get this? Um, just because, A, my Monster Force stuff goes with my G.I. Joe, and a giant werewolf doesn't really fit with G.I. Joe. I can't recall a single, and I'm not a big G.I. Joe person, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't remember a single G.I. Joe storyline or toy line that had like a giant werewolf in it. So like the soldiers, like the sleepwalker agents or whatever, and Delta Red, those guys are fine with G.I. Joes, and the Action Force also goes with them. But this giant werewolf, he's just been sitting in my filming area because I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know where to put him. And he's got those loose ankles. But maybe when I get the Fresh Monkey Operation Monster Force Sasquatch that they're making, I can start like a monster slash cryptid display, especially if I get rid of most of my NECA stuff like I'm planning to. But that is hard because a lot of the NECA stuff I don't have replacements for yet, and I'm just hoping that someone will make that stuff. So it's like, do I want to get rid of it? I don't know. But this werewolf, he's cool. Obviously, he can stand up, so at least there's that. But he comes with a bunch of swappable accessories. But I just like him as a plain Jane werewolf because we need some werewolves. I mean, I had him with the cigar holding head because it looked really cool. But then when I did my Red Sonja pictures, I completely stripped all gear off of him, and I was like, yo, this guy looks cool. What's up, AFA? I got a new phone. Got a brand new iPhone 16. I'm such a shill. There's an episode, Frostbite Goes South, where mindbenders combining their DNA with different animals, and they had a couple wolf soldiers. Yeah, normal human with wolf heads. See, that's not a giant werewolf, so a little different. New canon for the Night Force shows have them going against supernatural foes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, iPhone 16. I'm wondering how the my photography is gonna look on this bad boy, because supposedly the camera's better. I don't know. 10 people watching. Let's get 3 more likes. We got 7. Oh, it just dropped back down. So never mind. We're good. 7 and 7 is nice. So yeah, iPhone 16. I got all my data backed up onto it. God, I was so upset last night. I was like, if I can't do my D Amazing on Saturday on interview because I can't get a phone, I'm gonna be so freaking pissed. But it worked out. It worked out. I got a brand new phone. It did not raise my phone bill except for like $3. And Verizon actually has a YouTube premium deal where it's $10 a month, or an extra $3.99 for like a family plan one. So I might just add that to my Verizon bill and stop paying YouTube directly for premium. Because yeah, I have premium. I don't have YouTube ads. That's some bullshit. So maybe I'll do that and then have premium for my girlfriend as well, so she doesn't fuck up my algorithm with Tellurian College and other Magic stuff. Not that I dislike it, but when I am watching stuff and it auto plays Tellurian Commander games, I'm kind of really over that. Oh, by the way, Tarkir Dragonstorm stuff is supposed to come out next, what is today? It's Monday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The 14th. So on the 14th, I should have my Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander decks. And I want to do a video on my girlfriend's YouTube because she's trying to start a Magic YouTube. But I also was wondering if y'all would want to see me talk about my Tarkir commanders, because I got 2 of them. And I like Magic the Gathering. And I have a lot of Magic the Gathering cards. And if I can do my toy content and also sprinkle in a little Magic the Gathering, if there's a built-in viewership for that on my channel, then that's pretty cool. But I don't know. Let me know if y'all like Magic, if you play Magic, if you're a Magic hater, just say in the comments if you feel like it, I guess. What else can we talk about? Gosh, I am really hungry, but it's okay. All right. I'm really excited for Commander. Yeah. Do you play Magic, Kyle? So if you don't know, Commander is 120 cards rather than 60 cards, which is standard. And you have a legendary creature, which is your commander. And generally they have special effects that boost your field. And they're out of play until you pay their mana cost, and then you have 120 cards, and you can't have more than one of the same card. So yeah, that's Commander, and I think it's way more fun than Standard, but it can drag on a little long. So I'm excited for that new Ultimate Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm gonna put these, I think, on him, these Electro hands, cause that Miles doesn't come with the hands. Oh, they did Godzilla crossover cards. Listen, they're doing a Spider-Man crossover. They're doing Spider-Man decks and commanders and shit. And I don't generally support Magic the Gathering tainting the Magic the Gathering stuff with like their Aether Drift expansion was so terrible. But listen here, AFA, listen here. Now is the best time to just, even if you don't play, now would probably be the best time to invest in older Magic cards or just Magic cards in general by buying the new sets, because as soon as these things sell out, so there's Final Fantasy Commander decks, those things were, legendary version was $120. Those are all sold out. And now if you check eBay, they're like $450 to $500. So is that scalping? Absolutely. But what I'm saying is there's still built-in value. So if you parted those, if you bought that commander deck and you sold them card by card, you would probably make your money back and then some. Or you could just sell the whole commander deck and be like a jerk and charge $500 for it, and maybe someone will pay it. But there's this guy called Alpha Investments on YouTube, and he doesn't just do Magic. He has like Pokemon and Star Wars, the new Star Wars cards, and all the other stuff going on. And he's just liquidating all of his shit right now to flood the market. This is what he said he's gonna do, to flood the market with like rare Magic cards and shit, because this dude has been piling up Magic cards for forever. So check out Alpha Investments if you want to know what I'm talking about. I mean, he may fuck it up with how much he may bring the price down, which is fine, because then you can buy when they're low and wait for them to go back up as the scarcity goes back up. But things like action figures, trading cards, that is at this point with the markets and everything going on with who, that is way more holdable value than any stocks or 401ks or any shit like that. So if you have a big action figure collection like this, if I sold these off piece by piece, figure by figure, not even like that, like if I sold the X-Men 97 team, I could get a decent chunk of change for that. If I sold Juggernaut and Blob together, I could get like maybe like $160, because that Juggernaut is expensive. And Blob is also expensive now after that Amazon deal. Everybody scooped him up, and there goes the scarcity, because there's a lot less Blobs in the world because he's in everyone's collection. And I don't see Hasbro going back and re-releasing figures like they have been, simply because they're going to run down production with these. I know they produced in Vietnam, and motherfucking stupid guy was like, oh, I'm a bitch, so I'm going to back down again because nobody's blinking except for me. So he took the tariffs off of everybody except for China. So like Vietnam, India, and all that stuff where Hasbro is working on getting production going and producing stuff already. They'll still make stuff out of there, but it's too volatile to just depend on action figures now because of the tariffs. So they're really going to focus on mobile games now. They're still going to do Marvel Legends. They're still going to do Star Wars Black Series, but the productions are going to half, if not quarter, drop way more than half, like 3/4. They're going to drop their production back. They're going to rely on pre-orders for production numbers, etc., etc. And once those figures are gone, they're going to be gone, and it's going to be a buyer's market. So what I'm saying is, as these newer figures get more expensive, less and less people are going to go for those, and they're going to go for the older, tried and true figures. And and they're gonna pay a pretty penny for them because those aren't in production anymore either. But they're still gonna be cheaper than buying a $50 brand new Marvel Legends when it gets to that. And yeah, Kaiju, it sucks for any smaller toy company collector because Haya is a smaller toy company. They do some good stuff, but they can't churn out release after release after release. All of their releases take time and production runs and all this stuff. And I actually saw that Big Bad Toy Store is discounting the Haya 1/18th Judge Dredd stuff, so that stuff is marked down. So even their 1/18th stuff isn't selling that well. And then they're doing this Star Trek stuff and the likenesses are kind of bad. So who knows how that's going to do. So I don't know. Some of these toy companies, after all is said and done with these fucking tariffs and shit, they could not exist. And that's awful. It could just be the Hasbros and Mattels and whatever else is in the world. And we could lose all those smaller companies that really put out the quality product. I don't think Jada's going to go anywhere simply because the quality that they put out is, I wouldn't call them I guess they're a smaller toy company, but what they're doing. And so the only way it would normalize, Carl, is if these tariffs completely go away or if we brought production back to the United States, which will never happen. Companies would rather sell to foreign countries and just cut their loss and walk out and just get the branding residuals and shit in the other countries rather than ship their, say Nike, ship their shoes from China to the US and be paying double the price while we pay triple the price. That's what I'm saying, Kaiju. A lot of people are going to be tapping out. So there is going to be some content shift on my channel. There's not going to be as many reviews. Like every Tuesday video may not be a review anymore. I have I think 2 more scheduled right now. And then I have 1 thing in my pile of loot currently. And then April is a big Marvel Legends month. So I'm getting Ultimate Miles Morales. I'm getting Adam Warlock. I'm getting Maximum Spider-Man from somebody, for fuck's sake, in April. God damn it. And Dakin. So I do have those coming at their normal prices. And yeah, retro reviews are a good idea. I am going to go back and do some doubles. I've never done a review on this Bullseye, but I also had to kit bash him. So, God, did y'all see the new Daredevil Born Again episode? Oh my God. No spoilers, but oh my God. Where he, oh my God. That was crazy. When he just opened his mouth, I was like, fucking A. Shave your head, dude. Let's do it. That was crazy. And we didn't even see a lick of Daredevil in that episode, but that show, the build-up has been great. And I'm guessing there's 1 more episode. Is there 1 more episode in the season? Oh yeah, Vanessa and Matt scene. All of it. That whole episode was just phenomenal. And I can't believe that they did that with. I need to see the rest of his face take shape by the end of the season. I don't know how they're going to do that. But my God, Daredevil Born Again, yo. Oh my God, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about spoilers because a lot of people probably haven't seen it. And that's not fair. So I will just put Bullseye here as a reminder that we could have had a very different Daredevil show with no Bullseye, no Vanessa, no Foggy, no Karen. And we should really appreciate what we did get, because goddamn. And yeah, that's my biggest complaint about Daredevil is the lack of Daredevil. But literally, Talib, every single season of Daredevil, the Netflix one, was him being like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I mean, the first season was all mostly the black suit too, which was cool, But season 2, season 3, season 4, and after the Defenders was season 4, and he was always like, I just can't do it anymore. I can't be Daredevil. And then he always comes back to being Daredevil. So that's a very Daredevil thing as well. I think Daredevil likes to quit more than any other superhero. And, man, we can talk about the first episode, right? Yeah, I think I definitely know that. There's still some stuff from the trailer that they haven't shown. Like the cops with the Punisher body armor and shit. So yeah, there's a lot of shit coming in the season finale. We know Matt's not gonna die, but he may actually be out of action, and it may be up to Punisher. I don't. Spoilers. I can't talk about it. Fuck. Sorry. No. But yeah, there's not enough Daredevil in that show. I would love to see Punisher. Um, I do like John Bernthal as Frank. I just think that the Netflix show really missed the point of Frank in some points, especially after season one. Daredevil season two. Was it season two? Absolutely nailed Punisher. Like there was no qualms about the character Punisher in that. He's lethal, he's brutal, he doesn't give a fuck. His morals are more black than gray because he just straight up says, no judge, no jury, I'm the executioner. And then they try to humanize him and give him a little sidekick and just it's like, please let the Punisher and you're not supposed to look. Yeah, I'm hyped for that Punisher special. I want to see violence. I want to see blood. Oh man, we're getting headshots and straight up blood spray in Daredevil. I fucking love it. Fuck this. That shit's great. Yeah, the Punisher special should come out next year, and I'm hoping that they course correct. And it seems like they're going that way with the way that Frank talked to Matt in Daredevil Reborn, just that little pep talk that he gave him. There's only one reason Frank does it, and it's for his family. And it's not because he's a good guy. Anyone who looks up to him is a dumb piece of shit. And that's cops, general public, people who like comics. You can like the character of Frank Castle, but if you idolize Frank Castle, you are completely missing the point. There's a reason a lot of superheroes don't hang out around Frank. It's because they see him as a violent murderer who's just as bad as the supervillains that they face. And for some people, that's true. Like, for Daredevil, they're kind of polar opposites. Daredevil's whole thing is, I can't kill people because I'm Catholic. And Frank's religion is, I can't not kill people because it's what I've sent here to do. So it's like completely opposite. Daredevil's like, I've got to hold the line and keep my morals while doing the right thing. And Frank is like, fuck the right thing. I'm just here to kill people and get my revenge. And when I get my revenge, that hole's not going to be filled. So I'm just going to keep going until all of them are dead or I'm dead. And I'm really hoping that we get to see that Punisher going forward. I don't think we're going to see Punisher in any of the movies just because of the tonal shift. But I do think that we're going to see Moon Knight in Secret Wars, and I'm super happy because I don't care what anyone says. It's not like the comic book, no. But the Moon Knight TV show was fun. It was off the wall. It did portray it's not multiple personality disorder, but you know what I'm talking about. The dissociative identity disorder. It portrayed that. It put that in there. We got a little spin on Mr. Knight and Moon Knight and all that kind of stuff. Here's everyone's favorite Spider-Man. That's what I've been messing with behind the scene. Yeah, Rorschach's Journal, October 1st, 1985. The world is a grimy place. The dang socialists and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't... Rorschach is like... Watchmen is such a crazy show. Because Rorschach is like... I'm not going to say he's like an alt-right superhero, but he's a very ultra-conservative conspiracy theorist. And I don't dislike Rorschach, but I don't like Rorschach. Because the only thing that Rorschach was trying to do in Watchmen was make sure that the right thing was done, and which is to say, hey, I want everyone to know, yes, Talib, I agree with you. We need more horror, supernatural stuff in the MCU in general. Fuck. I can't wait for to see more Werewolf by Night. I'm sure he'll show up in something. He has to. Like, come on. That special in black and white was so perfect. That 34 minutes of black and white, the pacing man thing, all that shit was great. But yeah, Watchmen is a crazy show. And is it Alan Moore that wrote Watchmen? Good author. It's definitely a very I don't know what the words to say are. I mean, it's supposed to be if Nixon never resigned, right? That's the alternate Watchmen history. So it makes sense why things are so grimy and dirty and awful, because Nixon essentially got away with Watergate and all that stuff and didn't step down and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Alan Moore. See, I know my shit. I know my shit. Um, and I actually do like the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie. I think that Zack Snyder is at his best when he's reined in by a story that's not his. Because 300 is also decent. Yeah, V for Vendetta is great, and The Killing Joke is obviously iconic, if not very R-wordy and gross and horrible to women, but you know, it is what it is. Um, what was I saying? I forget. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Was I talking about Watchmen? Oh yeah, the Zack Snyder movie. You know, Zack Snyder's at his best when he's not doing his own thing. He's at his best when someone hands him a script that they wrote or a comic book that was written and says, hey, follow this shit bit for bit. Don't do dialogue. You can throw your slow motion in there. And I will say that 300 was probably the least slow motiony of Zack Snyder's movies other than Watchmen. Yes, his Watchmen vision was great, and I do appreciate the changing of a giant squid to like Dr. Manhattan's energy signal. But the whole plot of the story, like in the book, was like, oh, there could be an alien invasion at any time. So let's make sure that all the worlds unite and are prepared for this rather than fighting with each other. And I feel like the whole world just being like, oh, Dr. Manhattan killed people. Let's all, what are you going to do against Dr. Manhattan? There's literally nothing you can do to prepare against Dr. Manhattan. So I do think he botched the ending. I do think it was dumb that he changed this giant squid thing, but I get it. But this is also the man that was like, Martha, why did you say that name? Um, God, AFA, I've never seen Sucker Punch specifically because it's Zack Snyder, and I was really, really blah after. I don't know what movie came out, but I was tired of his shit. I was like, Watchmen was good, 300 was good. If he's doing his own thing, I don't know if it's gonna be good. And I was right, because Rebel Moon was not great either. Oh yeah, the animated Watchmen is really good. And also, you know what else is really good is the sequel series on Max. Watchmen, I like that. And Trent Reznor did the soundtrack for that, which is pretty cool. Nine Inch Nails. So, yeah. I've never seen Sucker Punch. Yeah, and Kaiju, I understand what he was trying to go for, but I just don't get it. Like, I've had people explain it. I've watched breakdowns of Sucker Punch, and I'm just like, so literally, I don't know what makes sense or what is reality in that, and who, if she dies or not or gets away, or I don't know, but I should watch the movie at some point. And yeah, the Snyder Cut of Justice League was slightly better, but yeah, it was really, really long. And I don't think a fucking Justice movie needs to be 3 hours long either. I think that you could make a decent Justice movie, a nice breezy Justice movie at 2 hours. You don't even need 2.5 hours. I think Marvel should be doing the epic stuff, and for now, DC should stick to get in the theater, watch it. Think, like, I'm hoping Superman is like 2 hours. I don't want to sit in the theater and watch Superman for 3 hours. So yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be too long. And I do really want to see the new James Gunn Superman movie. That special look is crazy. I just don't know how well that's going to be received to the general public. But as someone who's a fan of like the Silver Age and Golden Age stuff, I liked it. I liked the Superbots helping Clark or Superman, you know, Crypto Dragon him, the Fortress of Solitude just shooting up out of the ground. The visuals of the dream sequence is what I like. And yeah, Zack Snyder's visuals are always, for the most part, on point. Like, Rebel Moon is a very pretty movie. I know it's all green screen, but it's just every other fucking jump around and gather people and no climax. I was so surprised that we actually had a climax in Rebel Moon. And then they had, was it the dude from Vikings? That the dude from Sons of Anarchy, Charlie Heaton, that just thank you, Robert, that just betrayed them at the end. And I was like, why? This is dumb. So I didn't even watch Rebel Moon Part 2. Uh, I like the last part of that. I mean, so I'm not gonna, you know what, Daniel, I'll leave it because that's not a horrible Bible passage. So, yeah, people shouldn't judge lest they be judged. I'm not at all a Christian or anything, but there's certain things in the Bible that are very true, and I think that's one of them. Judge not lest ye be judged. That is something that a lot of Christians forget is part of the Bible, and I don't think they forget so much as they ignore it. You know what's a really cool figure? He just fell over on my shelf, so that's why I grabbed him. Evil Captain America is pretty sick. Like, I got this guy for like $10 at Walmart.com last year. What a freaking steal. I think he was an exclusive, so he was like $27.99 when he came out. And I gave him these straps from, who did I get these straps from? So I think these are from, I don't know. Hail Hydra. Yo, you know what's crazy? That Hasbro wouldn't make the bad guys for Indiana Jones, but they'll make this guy. They'll make this guy. And we all know what these guys are. Like, yeah, they're part of Hydra, but Hydra started during World War II. And literally, like, if I can get him out without knocking everybody over. This guy's dad right here. Ah! You see what they do? Those World War II German guys. This guy, Helmut Zema's dad, was straight up, like, friends with the Fuhrer. Like, he's a, I don't want to say that word on stream. But yeah, they'll make Hydra. But they didn't make, Ernst Vold, whatever, all the bad guys from Indiana Jones. They didn't make they made Walter Donovan for Last Crusade, and they made Tote, which is weird, but I guess it's just because he's in a suit. But I don't know. They'll make fucking Hydra figures, like straight up Red Skull with the armband of Hydra and everything, and not give us Indiana Jones bad guys when they've done it before in 3.75. And I know that's up to the discretion of Disney. But if you're going to make Hydra figures, God, these guys are sticky. I need to wash them off. They got monster spilled on them at one point. And they deserve it. But Disney's like, no. You can't. You can make Hydra. But you cannot make, as Maximilian would say, you can't make Yahtzees. Like the game Yahtzee. I have a decent amount of Hydra shit for them being that. So there's that awful Madam Hydra figure. Absolutely terrible. But she's kind of vital to Secret Wars. Or not Secret Wars, Secret Empire. So it is what it be. God, they're sticky. Now my hands are sticky. I gotta, like, wash that bottom shelf. I knocked a monster over and I thought it just spilled and I got it all up. But nope, apparently it splashed the old Yahtzees here. All right, y'all. It's been over 30 minutes. I just wanted to hop on and say all is well. I got my phone. Thanks for popping in. I need to eat something. My body is starved. So I'm going to eat. I'm going to wash these guys off. Probably rearrange that villain shelf just to make sure that there's no other residual stickiness. Yeah, Taskmaster's got a little bit of shit on him. So I guess I'm going to have to wash some figures today. So, yeah. I'm not doing a rundown today. I'm not going to do a rowdy rundown. Normally I do that on Thursdays. Because on Saturday, of course, we're having the D Amazing stream. So, hopefully after the D Amazing stream, I will have memberships. And then when I have memberships, I will have more guests on. I've already asked Dave from Displaying Model Behavior to be on, so he'll be my first membership guest whenever I get him, whenever he moves and gets all settled and all that stuff, and we work out a time. And then the Rowdy Rundown will continue next week because I do need a break. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I love y'all. I'll see you next time. No rundown today. Just this random little live stream. And then I'm probably taking a break for a week after the amazing stream. So love y'all. See you next time. Bye bye. Yay, new phone.